left by the provincial government, and these are provincial government who are deciding about the development projects of the district. So from 2009 to 2015 or 16, there was literally no development profile of the districts. Each development projects, if there are any, were being decided by the provincial government. So after the provincial government, after the local government system is in place, now in place in all the 4 provinces, but these funds are not being transferred to the local government as per the formula decided. We call that instrument Provincial Finance Commission. So Provincial Finance Commission in name is there, but the funds as decided in the Provincial Finance Commission are not being transferred to the local government. So we are now looking to develop some roadmap so that the districts are getting their own share of the budget, and they are making their own decision at the local level. So answer to the first question is that devise through a thorough and consultative process framework and acquisition for regular and timely transfer of development funds from province to district level. This is one. And what about our confidence level? We are very confident that through constant follow-up, we can achieve this goal, because this is already embedded in our constitution. Already, legislation is already there, and constitution speaks very clearly that it is a responsibility of the federal government to have an efficient local government system with all the administrative and fiscal powers transferred to the local government. So we are confident that if we have a right strategy and if we can follow up the issue, we can get this goal. Who are the stakeholders? Provincial authorities, political parties, legislature and provincial level are the main stakeholders, because these are the authorities who have to decide that what they are going to do in the future. And their current level is medium. I can't say there's a low, there's a medium level, because some steps has already been made towards that. Some legislation has already been made, but implementation of these laws and these rules are still we are looking for. And then what is there for the stakeholders? We can tell them that if we are implementing the Provincial Finance Commission letter of spirit, it will be good for them. The people confidence on democracy will be strengthened, and it will be and they will increasing their own vote bank in the future. How we will do? We have already some civil society organization working on budget transparency, although there's very small, but we do have some networks. For example, my own organization has a network throughout the Pakistan. We work with us at lower level, at the district level, with small civil society organization. We have right now like 60 to 70 civil society organization part of that network, which we call Citizen Network for Budget Accountability. My colleague here from Pakistan, Khan, they are also doing some very good work in empowerment and local level budgeting. So we can strengthen and we can synergize our effort to make this happen. Number 6, provincial government is unable to decentralize power by fiscal decentralization. Yes, it's a very common thing in Pakistan that every decentralization stops at provincial level. So provinces are very interested in decentralization when it comes from federal government to the provincial government. But when it comes from the provincial government to the district level, provinces are not very eager to do that. So we have to look into that. So what is our roadmap? I think we can raise awareness among our local government representatives that it is your right to get the funds from the provincial government to the district government, so that you can decide your own future, you can decide your own development priorities at district level. So, and we are already doing this, and we will continue to do that, to raise more awareness and to build pressure on the provincial governments from lows downward. Thank you very much.
So this is my point in my organization perspective in subnational context. So what the key point that we want to do is talk about the local government revenue trackings. I think it's also important. This in the context and tax and non-taxes, how the local government also mobilize this resource. That is the first point. The second is about the village government fund that transferred by the central government into the local government in the smallest area, which means the village level. I think this is important. Why in the next 10 months, we also facing the political climate change, which means that all the region will facing the simultaneous election for the regional heads in 2018 is simultaneous. So we're afraid that the village one is also have a potential be corrupted through the political events. That is happen in 31% of the provincial and regional level. So who we need to engage in institution. This is Supreme of Audits in the province branch. The second is Supervisory Board of Development Financial, which means that they are stay in provincial level. It's like especially for development financial. They have authority to check the supervising about the village fund and also for the local government budgets. And the second is the local government financial internal audit board. Each local government have the internal audit board. So which means this is the three institutions is very important to how we need to engage with them. So what the value? This is talking about more youth, is talk about the sustainable financial for the inclusive development. It's not only for the national, but also is how to raising up from the local government. I think that is the 3 point from me, and for the rest, perhaps the other friends can also share. Thank you.
Done some review into our public procurement system to improve on our weaknesses and gaps. Some of them sponsored by World Bank and other development partners for the last 10 years and so. But to date, we haven't really seen any improvements. I mean, from the civil society side, haven't seen any impact. So therefore, the latest presentation in terms of as far as open contracting goes, our public procurement system. It's really managed by our Public Finance Management Act, plus the implementing agency is called the Tenders and Suppliers Board. That's the Central Tenders and Suppliers Board. So the that board has now set up or initiated a project called e-procurement system. And so for us, it's like to start from there, because government has initiated, and they have some knowledge of what the benefits will be in terms of successfully implementing that particular project, which is really to promote transparency, accountability, and all that. So they have some idea, and for us, it's really to capitalize on what they have there already. And so the first step is really to work with them and find out where they are in terms of that system, that project, and what is the scope, because it's really general knowledge, but it doesn't give any particular details on the internet. So we have to find out what the scope is, and then in terms of if there is a review in the legislation, then how can civil society, what are the entry points for civil society to participate in the different processes that that were presented here in terms of open contracting. So that's where it is at the moment. It's really situational analysis, stock taking of what we have done and where we should go. So for me, going back, that's where it is. But we have done some. The idea is there, just that, yeah, somebody has to lead, somebody has to push. Thank you.